Good morning. It's June 8th, day 69 on the PCT. I'm happy to report that I got almost 7 hours of poor quality sleep, which certainly beats 3 hours of poor quality sleep. So I'm feeling optimistic. Part of that was just trying to sleep a little later and breaking camp later. I broke camp and I got out about 7:15, so it's pretty late, but I guess that's what I gotta do. Okay, hold on a second, I'm lost. Nope. Well, it appears I have my first really challenging river crossings, right? I see a log over there. I don't know, maybe I'll try that. But I think I'm gonna have to put away the phone. Okay, that was my first significant river crossing. I found that very large tree over there and very carefully crossed on that. And then I had to come through this area here. It's a little bit kind of a marsh-like, so my shoes got a little wet, but not too bad. Anyway, the plan today is to do about 14 miles. There'll be about 3,500 feet of elevation gain, and that'll set me up for Forester Pass tomorrow. At least that's the plan. And last night was the first time I recall waking up several times during the night feeling like I was out of breath, and I would have to take several deep breaths to recover. And the only thing I can think of is, and I remember thinking, well, geez, this is weird. I should be getting better. How come I didn't have this shortness of breath before at night? What's going on, you know? And yeah, it dawned on me that, well, I got double the amount of sleep last night that I've been getting. And maybe for the first time I just finally noticed it, because I was sleeping so much more. I don't know, but yeah, there's definitely some altitude effects here going on. Like I said, or I think I said, I'm only acclimated probably to about 7,000 feet. Maybe it's getting a little better now, but this altitude thing's crazy. Well, in spite of the supposedly poor quality of sleep, I still you know, the fact that I got double the amount, I feel quite a bit better today than I have. And so that's a step in the right direction. You know, I'm kind of surprised in all the YouTube videos I watched of people doing the PCT. I don't actually recall much discussion about the altitude. I mean, I don't think my problems were particularly severe. The biggest issue for me was I was having I was at higher altitude, but I was still doing the 20 plus mile days, and maybe some of my problems would not have happened if I'd backed off a little bit. Maybe other people kind of figured that out, you know, intuitively, but it took me a little crash and burn to figure it out. But yeah, it's definitely a problem that, you know, should be addressed by just taking it slow and easy. That's my insight on it, for what it's worth. It's kind of cool over here.
Very cool.
Yeah. Well, I had 3 river crossings today, and I didn't actually even document the first 2. You know, you got to put away the camera when you're doing these things, obviously on something like this, and I forgot to take video of all of them. Whew, that was a bit of a steep climb. Here's the view from up here. Well, this is the view coming up on Tyndall Creek. We're at 11,000, about 400 feet. It must be Tyndall Creek down there. Looks like we got a ways to go down. Somewhere around here is Forester Pass, within about 5 miles. I have no idea where. Somewhere up there. Maybe that. Well, I guess I was wrong about going all the way down to that creek. Since we only have about 3/10 of a mile to go, and we get to Tyndall Creek Campground. We're still over 11,000 feet. I camped at the end of day 69 on the south side of Tyndall Creek, which wasn't a particularly good decision because it meant the next morning, if I wanted to try for Forester Pass, I was first going to have to cross over the creek and then dry things out. As it was, the next morning, day 70, I woke up after 7.5 hours of sleep, and I thought, oh, I got to give this a shot. So I crossed the creek, and as I was sitting on the other side drying out and getting ready to go, I started talking to a guy named Trail Name History from the Netherlands who had done Forester Pass before and did not think there would be any problem going, and he was going that day. So I hooked up with him on day 70, and we went over Forester Pass. So that comes tomorrow, day 70 video.